Hello, my crafty friends. Welcome to my studio. It's Laurette, the vintage paper crafter. No, it's vintage paper girl. I always say vintage paper crafter. Maybe I should change my name. It's vintage paper girl. Not that it really matters one way or the other. Anyway, it's Laurette. Welcome to my studio. I'm so happy you're here today. Not a great start, but we'll give it a shot. Okay, so today we're going to be working with this beautiful, gorgeous kit from a Jewel Design. And it's her, and I can never remember the name, Pink Shabby Welcome Kit. I always want to say doors. I should have talked her into putting the word doors, but, you know, she names it, not me. So anyway, it's her Pink Shabby Welcome Kit. We'll be using a little bit of her Pink Shabby Rose Kit, some of her other things. So hopefully you all went and collected what you needed if you're crafting along with me today. If you're not, that's okay. You're just welcome to sit back with a refreshing drink, or a cup of coffee, or a cup of hot chocolate, whatever floats your boat, and hang out with me. You could just listen to me while you're cleaning your room, or doing your chores, or just taking a rest, and a well-deserved rest, I'm sure. Or maybe it's the middle of the night and you can't sleep. Either way, welcome, welcome. So happy you're here. Okay. Before I get going, I want to show you a couple of things. You know, I always like to share bits and pieces. And in my last video, I mentioned my wall where I keep all my like laces and goodies and things hanging that I don't want to get crushed. It's a little corner that I have between the bookcase and the wall, and I've stuck my printer in there. It's on a vintage dresser that was actually my dresser when I was a little girl. And here it is. This is my crafting caddy. It's the very first one I ever had, and it used to hold all of my Happy Planner stuff. It still has a tray full of washi tape, and then, you know, various supplies here that I use. And below it, I actually have a lot of coffee dyed papers. There's my printer, my dresser that I had as a little girl. And then I have a bulletin board with some things on it, but this is where I hang some laces, some little lace cards, different things. All of my pearls and things are hanging there. This is where that long ruffle is, and some ribbon, and some of my gathered laces, and then some of the things that like my boards and rice paper, stuff like that. And then that starts the beginning of the other side of the room, the cabinetry on the other side of the room, which is some IKEA cabinetry. So this is a bit closer look. I don't know if I want to show that. So here you go. It's hanging on a bulletin board. And then there's some laces hanging from, it was a shelf hanger. So I just hooked some hooks and got some command hooks and hung up some ribbons and things because I have so much that I want out. This is what my pearl board is. I have some hanging flowers and pearls and roses and things that I use, things that will get bent up if I put them anywhere else. So I just thought I'd share that with you today and give you a little something different to look at. Now, those gloves I showed the other day, I did make some copies of them, and they came out pretty good. I think, I could go either way, I guess. I think what I am going to do is I'm going to shrink them down because they're really big. So unless they're going on a cover, I think they're going to be too big to use. So I think we'll probably, you know, put those on a, you know, make them smaller. I'll play with that today. I just didn't have time yesterday. And then my newest Etsy share. This is my book cradle from Crafty Cat. I believe in Etsy, she's Crafty Cat USA. I'm pretty sure that's how you find her. And I love this book cradle. I had a black one, but I was having difficulty seeing she has a great channel here, which is what makes this cradle so awesome. And I couldn't really see the channel with my vision and stuff. So I asked her to make me one where I could see the channel. So her husband, who is so fabulous at this, made the channel pink. So I will be able to find it easily. And let me show you, for those of you who don't know what a book cradle is. It is where you stick your journal. When you're getting ready to sew your signatures in, you put it with the cover inside nice and snug. And then you take your dowel, which I don't have with me, but I have a pokey tool, and you push down, and it'll smack into that cradle. In the very bottom, it'll go to that channel so that your pages don't move around. Because even if you do clip them, a lot of times they still move. So even if I were to have it, let's say, clipped, it's really nice. You notice this isn't even moving when I put the clips on. So it is just the most fabulous thing that her husband came up with and made. She does have a few in her shop, but her shop might go, she may pull her physical items for a few days. She has a family wedding and she's very busy right now. But send her a message, let her know you're interested, and have her contact you when the wedding's over and she has time, if she doesn't have any for sale, because they do sell out. But I highly, highly recommend one of these. They are wonderful. Probably wondering what I did with the black one. I gave it to my daughter as a gift. So she now has one. She was so excited to get it. She's like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. She knew what it was before she even took it out of the bag. So she watches Amy and she knew that that was a book cradle, and she has such great vision. She's young. So anyway, I'm just thrilled with this, and she was kind enough and do custom colors for me. So she might do it for you if you ask nicely, if there's a specific color you want. But her husband does this on a 3D printer. He's kind of a cool guy. So let's see. I'm done with that. So I love that. I wanted to share that with you. And then the piece I did in the last video, I really didn't do anymore, but I did add lace to this. It was bugging me. You know me and my lace. I have to have lace. So I just added the lace. I had to add it. I just, that finished it off for me. So, whatever. And then one more thing I'm sharing today are some more roses from my rose bushes. Aren't they beautiful? My husband just cut them for me. My whole room smells like a floral shop. This is my very favorite rose. This is the first one of the season. This is what we call a parade rose. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at the coloring. Some of them will be so vibrant orange and yellow, and this one's a bit peachy. But this is the very first one for the season. Usually, they get pretty big, and there's a lot more striping on it. So you see a lot more of, that. So anyway, this is my prize rose. I love this rose. Again, it's a parade rose. At least the research I did says that's what it was, because I didn't create that or plant it or anything. The other thing I want to chat about before I get going is packaging. Sometimes we wonder how people come up with ideas. Well, for me, whenever I see a package of anything, I go, ooh, I grab it and take it because I'm thinking, ooh, this would make a great pocket shape. Or I could see this being, let me see if I can find my X-Acto knife. I'm going to be careful here. I don't lose a finger. Because you know what happens. It lets go and then you're heading to the ER. Which I don't want to do. Oh my goodness, that was glued well. I think this would make a fabulous belly band. So now I have myself a template. It's off of some, oh, it's sticky. I'm going to have to make sure I put something over that. I took this off my favorite cozy slipper socks. Oh my gosh, I love these. They are so comfortable. They have the size that goes clear to your ankle, and I wear those in the winter. And then in the summer, I love them. That's these. Oh, they have a nice little grip on the bottom, and they are yummy inside. Just my absolute favorite. They're hard to find. We used to get them at our local Big Five store, which is a sporting goods store. But they sold out, and they didn't bring them back in. So we now go online to, let's see, softsoul.com. And that's where we get them. And my husband orders them for me because he knows I love them. And I wear them all summer long because we have stone floors downstairs. And oh my gosh, even in the summer, even in 110, the floors are freezing. So I wear those all summer long, and I wear the higher version, which goes halfway up my calf for the winter. So anyway, little commercial for them. I do not get anything from them. So just something I'm sharing with you, which I told you I would when I find something cool. You never know what it's going to be. But the main thing about this was it's the packaging. I see I'm going to be making some things with that. So, all right. I just had to share that. Anytime I see something, I go, oh, I want to tell the girls. You're my girls. So I want to share that with you. All righty. Put that back in there correctly so I can find my things later, because you know me, I'll be looking for them going, where'd they go? All right, let's get down to business. We do have some things to do here. So we're going to be making a trifold. I'm not sure what to call this. I'm going to say trifold journaling card holder. I think that's what we'll call it. So the first thing you're going to do, and let's see, did I grab them? I did. Oh, what do you know? I just got these off of, from Michael's. I got pink cardstock and the pink envelopes. I saw them, and they don't carry them very often. I think I got the only set there was that day. But I got myself some pink envelopes. I got 3 of them. And I just put them together. So you can do it a number of ways. It just depends. I'm not really sure. You can put them one inside the other. Or you can put one behind and close that one up. And then take your third one, put it behind. What you want is you want a Z like that. See the top of that? You want to have a Z. So it goes like that. Oh, all right. This is what you want. You don't want to seal up the envelopes at this point. You will at some point do that. So once you get your Z together, now you have, this is your trifold, 1, 2, 3. You've got all 3 here. See, we're going to have it like that. Now you can, put your, if you don't want to see, you can do it this way so that, oh, this is always so tricky for me. I hate doing this on camera. As I guarantee you. All right. Remember that first video? I said the struggle's real. It is. Okay, now one's inside of the other and you do not see the white. Then you can take your third one, whichever way it bends. You want to go the opposite way. You take your third one and put it on. Okay, and then, yes, you'll see this, but you will be covering this with paper, so it won't matter. All right, so it just depends on your aesthetic, what you want to show and what you don't want to show. All right, so that's our first, that's our base. We are going to use, you can use cardstock, you can use whatever you want, but I used the foldables here because I thought, well, they fit inside the envelope, so I know anything I made would fit inside these envelopes. So I thought that that was a good thing to do. If you don't have that, any kind of cardstock or journal, scrapbooking paper, whatever you're going to use, coffee paper, doesn't matter, whatever is fine. So I'm going to pull these. You guys have seen this kit a number of times. If you haven't, there is, I want to say, I did a reveal of it in one of mine. Jolene also has the full reveal of this kit. If you really want to see what it looks like, on her channel under Jolene Burt. So it's Jolene, B as in boy, U-R-T as in Tom, Burt. And that's her YouTube channel, and she is a jewel design. And you could see, of course, the thumbnails on Etsy will show you, a good portion of the kit. All right, so I've chosen some pieces from the kit. One is her envelope, and I used the background paper to put on the inside. Now I had 2 options for background papers. I don't know if I have one out here. Let me see. Excuse my little file folder, but oh yeah, here's a background. I put it on one of her other pages. I put it on some of these, but this is the other background that you get in the kit. So you have 2 really beautiful, beautiful backgrounds to use. As you can see, all the pieces are in their little kit. And that's how I keep it together, to keep it from escaping on my desk and having a party when I'm not here. So I'm going to be using that envelope at some point. I've already prepped all of these. So one of the things you want to do is she has a sheet. I guess I just need to leave the kit out because I don't know. I've really cut the living daylights out of it, and I don't think I reprinted the full. Let me see if I did. Well, not there. I printed it on 2 papers. This is a heavier 65 pound, and this is the lighter 32 pound. So, nope, those are just the base pages. Did I print? Oh, of course they are, right in front of me. Well, where else would they be? Goodness gracious, Laurette, you lose your head if it wasn't attached. That was my mom's favorite thing to say to me. That should tell you something, right? Oh, here they are. So you're going to take this piece right here. And You're going to take a piece of cardstock or whatever you're going to use. I use the little pink pieces I showed you. And you're going to wrap it around. Now, these are designed. You just cut it off right there. Wrap it around. You can glue it. You do not have to sew. I chose that. You don't have to leave the edge. You can cut it off and make it flush. For some reason, I decided I was going to do that, ink it, and see what I thought. Okay, so, and I stitched around mine just because I like doing that. But what you have are journaling cards that are ready to go. You don't even have to put them on a card. You can just fold them in half if you printed them on a heavy enough paper, or even two good weight printer papers. Fold it in half and glue it, and you've got yourself a card. Either way, you could do any one of these three things. Do what works for you. All right, because those are going to go into my pockets. So we have those, and these are printed on the back because I was planning on doing something else with that. All right. We're also, I think I may use that pocket. I've got the dots cut. I'm going to use these. So hopefully you pre-cut everything so you can use them. I will have to do some cutting if I decide I want roses somewhere. There's our envelope. So all the goodies are in the kit that we are going to use or might want to use, or you can use even if I don't use them, of course, because you don't have to make what I'm making. This is just give you an idea. So these are ready. I decided not to do any prep work, that you were just going to watch me assemble this. So I am just going to do a little bit of inking. I'm not going to go crazy. I don't want it grungy. I just want a little bit of dimension so that, you know, you could see the difference on it. It does hide the white core on anything you're using. I didn't ink these. Now I'm kind of kicking myself, but I really didn't. Like I said, I didn't want it too grungy. So we'll keep it like that. Did I do this one? No. Goodness. I think I need to clean my glasses. Well, I hope you're all well. This should be a marvelous Monday that you see this. I hope you all had a fabulous weekend and things are good and you're all staying healthy and happy and safe and using good common sense when you're out there in the world, being careful. Okay, and I hope you're all crafting, doing fun things. I mean, if you're not doing with me right now, I hope that even maybe after this will inspire you to get busy and get going and, you know, be creative and however you want. Creativity is creativity, right? I don't care if you're coloring. I don't care if you're doing fine art or you're doing diamond dot pictures or whatever your thing is. You know, get out there and do something fun for yourself. Give your brain a rest. Okay, so these were slightly inked already with some pink. But I'm going to add just a hair there. Okay, now, one thing I did do is I took a couple of pieces of paper. In this kit, she did not have pockets pre-made. This was a very small kit. So I actually took one of the papers. I don't even know which one I took, but one of the papers, and I cut it up and I made myself a little pocket. Now, pockets are super easy to make. So, you know, there's a million videos out there on how to make a pocket. And I used this one for that. And then I used this one. Okay, so I just cut this in half, and, you know, I just cut out the size that I want. I think I cut it off here and I made my pocket. You just fold it in on each side, fold the bottom, do a little cutting, and you're good to go. All right. Let's see if I have a piece of paper. Yeah, this was the other side of those. So I guess I could just make a quick pocket and show you how I made them. I can always use pockets, right? So I'm going to move these up here a little bit. I'm going to cover this up so I don't end up with ink where I don't want it. You need 2 to 3 pockets for the front of your trifold. So I'm going to cut this wide off because, you know, when I print my printer, no matter what I tell my printer, because I print from an iPad, not a computer, I can't tell it what to do. So first thing I'm going to do is I am going to fold this pretty close to the middle. Oh, first of all, you might want to decide how tall a pocket you want. I think I want my pocket about here. So I don't need this one at the moment. So I'm going to take and fold it towards the middle. Line it up the best I can. And then I'm going to make sure it gets just slightly over this. I'm sure you've seen this a million times, but for those of you who haven't, I'm going to go like that. Okay. Then you're going to open it and you're going to fold it up at the bottom. Would it help if I use my... Did I pull that out already? Anybody see? Did I use my bone? Did I pull out my bone folder already? Yeah, I did. All right. So I'm going to go back now that it's... And I'm not going to leave it like that. All right, now I'm going to cut this off. There's that fold line right there. I'm going to cut it off just slightly above it and at a mild angle. And then I'm going to angle it that way. I'm going to do the same thing over here. I'm going to cut. And then above the fold, not below the fold, but above the fold. And I'm going to fold it in. And there you have your pocket. If it's too long, you can trim it in, but I think it looks like I did okay. I always get this tiny little, there we go. There you go. You have your pocket. You just run your glue. There's my glue. I'm going to put a little glue on this outside line here. Well, I don't see anything in the tip, so why aren't you coming out? Of course, I used this yesterday. It was working fine. Excuse me while I reach for a pin I didn't think I was gonna need, or it'd be on my desk already. If I don't poke myself. Gosh, the other day I did a good one. Uh-oh, tell me this is not glued all the way through. Oh, no. Whew, goodness. Darn thing. Drive me crazy sometimes. All right, let's try this again. Yep, see there's that big glob I said I was going to get. And then I'm going to do it right there. And that way we don't have any loose edges either way. Now you could glue either way. And I'm going to go, and I'm going to glue right here. And there's our pocket. All right, now, it's a little, because I didn't cut it straight. There we go. And then I'm going to take my 1 inch. I'm just using a little 1 inch. You can use the 1, 1.5, 1.25, whatever you like. Come now. And there's my pocket. So cute, all ready to go. And there you have it. All righty. All right, so that's how you make those. So you're going to want 2 to 3. And depends on how big your pocket is. You know, you could have all 3 on there, or you can just have 2. I think I'm just going to do 2 on mine. If I was thinking about it, I would have made this one much smaller. Well, I do have that other piece. Can you believe I cut that dead in half and didn't even know it? Same size. Goodness, how'd I do that? That never happens. But I could make this much smaller. Let me see. Let me cut. That way I could have 3 pockets on there. I like the idea of 3. So let me entertain you. Yeah, I'm not a singer. Gosh. Although I was as a young girl, I was in choir, soprano. Yeah, see, I really like that one. I don't know where I would put it, though. You know, if I put that on there, because I would have to cover that up. And I think, I think. If I made it smaller, not so big, I wonder if I'll cut it down in a minute. I'm just trying to get my size. No, I think Oh, but I could do that. So if I go with 3, I'll do that. All right. This one I'll play with later. I'll just throw it in my little bag. My little pieces bag. All right. So now we've had a little lesson on making the pockets for those of you who want it. So those are the things that are going to go on the front. And that's the first thing we're going to do. Now I have everything paper clipped in place so I don't forget. So I'm going to kind of leave it. And I did, I did put drawings on here. So I would know what was what. Oops, I got those mixed up, didn't I? Yeah, this is the 3 paper pockets. See, I wrote myself notes because my memory has been lousy lately. And I know it's one of my medications, I've been told. So it's causing me some memory loss. Yeah, because this is how it should be. That's correct. Yep. Okay, good thing I looked at that. So what I started to say was, I told myself what was the front, which way was up. This isn't a tutorial, so I'm struggling because I want to tell you step by step what I did. But I'll try to back it up a little and do that for you if I can. So this is our front, and right now I am going to glue this on. I could use a glue stick, but because of the stitching, I want to make sure that it stays on there. I could use, okay, you saw me. It must be the temperature of the room. It was kind of cold in here last night, and I noticed that my glue thickens up when it's too cold. And it's more runny when it's hot. So I left the window open a little bit last night, and oh, the fog came in because we're on the coast. I believe I told you that. And we got some fog last night. Overcast fog. Sometimes we get on the ground, which is like a tule fog, which is very thick, like you can't see across the street or up the hill. So that's always fun. I'm going to have to stick my head in here a little bit because I have to line my top and my bottom up. Because I've got these bumpy paper clips behind it too. Alrighty, there we go. Now, before I go any further, I'm going to ink that up just a little bit with what's on my, because it is a bit shabby. Shabby means old too, so I want it to look a little older. I don't want to look brand spanking new, paper right out of the package. I'm going to double check this because getting to the edges is tough until you actually put the paper down. Then you can see where you might have missed. Which inevitably, you do. Because I don't want to squirt a lot. I don't like when the glue comes running out the sides. I don't want a lot of glue all over everything. So, You really don't see this background page much, but I didn't want just the regular. Yeah, I'm going to do all 3 pockets because I think it looks really cool. So I'm actually going to move that one over there, that one over there, and that one over there. All right. Let me get these pockets on. These are inked and ready to go. Oh, is this one inked? I sort of inked it. I didn't ink this side, though. I don't really want all that white showing. And you'll notice I'm just working with the ink that's already on my inker. Just double checking. Now I'm going to, instead of gluing this flat, I'm going to leave it open so it gives me an extra pocket in the back if I want to use it or not. I could glue the whole thing down, it's up to you. But I'm going to give me the option of, and I cannot do a straight line to save my life, so I don't know how Gail does that. I swear she's the queen. She is so straight in her gluing. It's amazing. I've commented on it a number of times and she laughed at me. She said, it's practice. I'm not always straight. I said, yeah, I know, but I just feel like mine's all over the board. Okay, I'm going to have to move that up. I hate to cover the rows, but in order to get this one in, I'm going to kind of do it in thirds. See, that's the same as that. So, all right, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to leave the very, very back all the way open. I'm just going to go down the side. If I decide I don't want that pocket, it's easy enough to just slip a little glue in the top and close it up. Yeah, I had to stop and think for a minute. Where is this going? I'm going to leave about that much space. Again, I've left this open in the way back. See, I've left it, you have the pocket here, and then you have back here as a pocket, and then you have, here's your pocket, and then right behind you have another pocket, kind of a hidden pocket. So you could stick a little note or something in there. Oh, and that's crooked as can be. I don't think I can fix it. Oh, I might. Oh, can I? Yeah, I can. Oh, man. Now I have to re-glue that, but it's better than crooked, right? Because that was really, really crooked. Must be having one of those everything's crooked days. I have a day where everything is like all leaning to the right, and then another day everything's all leaning to the left. I don't know what that's about. Good thing. Now, see, if I glued that all the way down, I wouldn't have been able to move it because this glitter glue is very unforgiving. It does not let you move things around. I can't believe I got all 3 on here. I was only going to do 2 because I didn't think I could fit 3. I wanted 3 because I don't like the 2. My rule is 3 of things. It's just my rule. I just like the way it looks. It looks better. It's actually part of when I was training to, when I was very young and wanted to be an interior designer. Thought I wanted to be one. Then started working with clients and decided, no, I don't want to be one. Some of the things we were taught about decor, so stuck with me. 3, 5, 7, 9. 3 candles, 5, 7, 5 candles, 7, 9. You know, on a table or in a room or anything like that. Okay, so I'm using the heat from my hands to make sure that's all down. So the first 3 pockets are done. Page 1 is done. We're going to go in and do page 2. Now, when I said this was a pocket holder, I don't mean just the ones on the front. I have also cut open the tops of, let's see, did I do all 3? Yes, I cut open the tops of all 3, but that means this is open right here. So how we close that is by gluing this piece onto that piece and just putting a very fine line here so that when you go to stick something in here, I've pre-glued down this little corner and this little corner so that I know that's as far as my card's going to go. So I'm going to glue this down next. So if you haven't cut them open carefully. I'm not going to leave these open in any way. These are going to go. But I'm only going around the edge to start of 3 sides. And then I'm going to put my glue on here because I know, I don't know what's going on with my glue today. I mean, you see me gluing, but it's not coming out. It must have gotten thick. So you notice I shook that with the pin in it, so I'm not wearing glue. Yeah, it just doesn't want to come out. It must have got too cold last night. It's the only thing I can think. And then I'm going to put a very fine line right here. I'm not going to glue right here because if I do that, nothing will fit in my pocket. Make sure it's right side up. Okay, I see 2 mistakes. Well, not a mistake, but I didn't go all the way to the edge, so I don't need that. And I didn't go all the way out there, so I don't need that. So we'll go like that. And I didn't glue that, so now I'm going to have to go back and glue that closed, but just on the very edge. Like I said, I wasn't sure. I didn't check. That's what happens when you don't check. Just glue the very, very edge. I might have to get a different bottle of glue. This one is giving me fits. It just isn't working. Oh, release it. I might got a pressure buildup from the cold and the hot. It was really hot in here yesterday, and it was really cold last night, and so we have glue issues. I'm going to stick that pin in there for just a minute. It is not stainless steel, so I can't leave it there, or it will... Okay, so see, we've left it open. I'm going to stick this in here to make sure, because guess what? These cards are going in these pockets. They're supposed to go in these pockets. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I may have to trim them down just a little bit because it looks like I'm going to have... Yeah, I did have pressure. If you don't get it to come out, release it like you just saw me do. Okay, well, take my own advice. I'm always telling you guys about that. If it's bubbling out or it doesn't come out, release the bottle and hopefully that fixes it. So we're going to check this again. Gotta check this a couple times. Make sure I didn't overglue or underglue. All right, so that's on. Now, I've decided that I want a pocket here, so I just took a piece of paper, you know, from one of these pieces, and I had some scraps. So I just cut a piece of paper at an angle and rounded the corners on the bottom, and I'm going to glue that on as a pocket. So I can put another card in there, a journaling card or a tag, a note. This really isn't, it's not a journal, but it's going to have a lot of space that could go into a journal, or it could just be used as a little mini note journal. I mean, it really is up to the person who gets it. If it's a gift, it's a great gift. I get that straight. Oh, pretty good. Pretty good. And now you know, well, I would not put anything that big in there. I'd put something about that big in there. All right. So that's done. Two down. Going to our third. I'll go back and ink everything when I'm done. I'm only inking as I go if I need to. Now I made myself a little notebook with some avocado dyed paper, and I just wrapped a scrap from when I cut out things. And then I did a little zigzag, but you can just use glue. I usually just glue, but today I chose that because this had that also. I wrote myself a note that that's where the notepad was going to go. I think I've never done that before, but I saw, I don't know who I saw. I saw one of the YouTubers do it. She was writing notes to herself because sometimes you don't remember, well, which way is going to be up, which way is going to be this, which way is going to be that. And since that's not going to show, you know, there's no harm in just writing yourself a note and then covering it up. Because unless someone's going to rip apart your work, they're never going to see it. All right, here we go. We're going to try this again. This one, I don't have to worry about sealing. It's not open air anywhere, so we're good. Glued my finger. Gotta keep my finger away from the paper. As you can tell, I'm not trusting my glue today. It has become untrustworthy. I'm going to move it up and kind of put a little bit of the pink all the way around. I didn't fit it to fit it. I'll have to ink that or put something there. I didn't expect that. So, all right. And this one is getting the notepad so that when you pick it up, you know, you have something pretty underneath. You don't have to put one on here, but this is what's going on here. This is probably going to get sold in my shop at some point, unless I give it to my daughter, because this is her kit. I am not happy with this glue today. I never have this issue. Never, ever. I don't know what is happening to my little glue. But I will say that temperature change will do it. Okay, I'll have to go see if I have another bottle that I can grab. I'm going to bring that down a little bit because I actually want to see a little bit of the pearls that are there. And I'll hold this down, and in the meantime, while I'm holding that for a split second, I'm going to grab my other glue and see, do I even have it in here? Where did I? Oh, okay, well, it's not where I thought it was. Oh, guess what? It's in my other studio. So I'm going to have to make this one work, or I'm going to have to use Fabri-Tac. Okay, 3 down. We're going on to number 4. Now, that's the tricky one. So I'm going to come back to that, I think, because that's on the back side there. I'm going to flip this over. And on these, now you'll notice these two are very, not overly decorated. Okay, they're not heavily decorated. So that I could decorate there, and I could have something here, and I may put something up here, a piece of ribbon or a bow, or, you know, something like that. I'm going to run out of time. I'm trying to finish this. We'll see if I can. I don't talk too much. Again, you'll notice, see, I have 2 envelope flaps right here because of the way I put it together. I put the 2 together so you didn't see the pink, and then over here I did not. So you do see that. So I'm going to be mindful of moving it over this way. Now, I did not stitch on these, and I'm sort of wondering, why didn't I stitch on these? Uh-oh. Oh my goodness. I must have just forgot. Do you think it would look funny if the others are stitched and those aren't? Shoot. Can't believe I missed those 2. Because it would be fun to stitch on. What I did is I cut 2 little vellum pockets because I didn't want to cover up the doors. So I made some vellum pockets that I could just put on there. And, you know, I could put little things in there, but not cover up the doors. So I think it would be fun to stitch. I don't know if I want to stitch on camera. I honestly don't think my machine, I don't think the cord will fit all the way over here. I guess we could try it. But I think I could tell this is not planned because I believe my bobbin's just about out. I don't know if we can do this. Let's try. Otherwise, we may go back to that end piece, and then I'll just have to show you it completed elsewhere, which is not going to be great because I asked you guys to stitch along with me. There's my machine, but let me see if I can get the cord to reach all the way over here in the pedal. Looks like I might. I barely have bobbin thread. Okay, you guys, cross your fingers. Your fingers, your toes, yeah, everything. I said I would not want to do this on camera, and here I am doing it on camera. Okay, let's see. Now, one thing I like to use with my paper is these Wonder Clips. These are designed for quilting, but oh, they are fabulous with paper. You're probably not going to be able to see me, so I mainly just brought the machine over because I don't want to leave you completely to do this. Whenever I stitch, I always start in the bottom corner. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Oh, shoot. I've got it on zigzag. I forgot. I forgot what I was doing the other day. Of course, and I don't want to waste thread, so what do I do? See, I'm all discombobulated here. I'm totally discombobulated. There you go. Behave yourself. Oh, and of course, it came unthreaded. Oh, and I ran out of thread at the top. Okay, we are not meant to do this on camera. Oh my gosh, you're kidding me. I can't believe it. I don't believe it. I just don't believe it. That's what happens when you're not prepared to do something on camera. And, you know, you only have so much time and you're running out of time, so you're in a hurry. And you're like, oh my gosh. So, here we go. Let's try this. All right. I'll give it a shot. I don't know. I have nothing to say at the moment. Absolutely nothing. I don't know what to say. Except, oops, whoops. Okay. All right, take a deep breath, girl. Get it together. You can do this. I can honestly say I've never sewn on camera before. I was always asked to make videos and teach sewing online. I mean, I used to teach it, believe it or not, via the internet, but talking to someone on Messenger, I have taught people to sew, believe it or not. Crazy. Alrighty. One down. And it looks like I'm going to have enough bobbin thread. I just didn't realize I didn't have enough top thread. I never even looked up there. But boy, if I was making a doll or something, I would have, because, you know, that was my whole life, was these soft dolls I used to make. And every day for 5 years, I made dolls. And they're cloth dolls. So they're not like a Raggedy Ann, but kinda. But more all contemporary, you know, not old school. So I did those for 5 years. Started out doing it for my grandkids and then just kind of kept right on going from there, you know. So I am going to use these clips. I don't normally have to. It's just I do because this is the vellum and it moves. It does. It makes the paper super squirrely. So no, I don't need it. Once I get it on there, it's all good. This is my old machine. My husband bought me a new one. And I wasn't using this one. It was just really slow, and it's got thousands and thousands and thousands of hours on it, and it's a good little workhorse. It's what I call a class machine, meaning I could take it to classes. It's super lightweight. I can move it with one hand. It's portable. So it was sitting because I was using my new one on my dolls, and then when I started paper crafting, people said, "Oh, you could sew." Like, I don't want to use my machine for that. He bought me another one exactly like this. This is a little gem gold. It's a Janome, and it's a workhorse. I love, love, love it. I have the very expensive, big, heavy-duty version that I used to design. I used to be on the design team for Purse Designer. And I have that one that goes through leather and, you know, grommets and all kinds. It's just an amazing machine. But anyway, this one... So I wasn't using this one, and when I started with the paper and everybody was sewing on that, I'm like, I don't want to use my machine for that. Either one of them. And then, ding, the bell went off. Use your old one, ding back, because who cares, right? I keep it clean, keep it oiled. I do that on a regular basis. You have to maintain your machines or you're going to get a ton of paper dust in there and thread, and you're going to jam it up and it's going to freeze up. So, take care of your machines, because... All right, we solved the issue. Yay! Oh my gosh. Only took a couple minutes. It wasn't that bad. No, that's hot. That little light gets really hot. Okay. Gone. I don't know how entertaining that was to watch. I'll have to look at it on playback and see what I think. Whether this video will see the light of day. All right, so we're good to go now. I'm glad I decided to do it because I think I would have been really upset with myself if I didn't. Oh, shoot. I gave myself a blister. Well, I have water here. Excuse me while I put my finger on the ice water. Ow. Okay. That's going to leave a mark. So, there we go. Oh, first time I've ever done that, but I'm not paying attention. I'm in a hurry, and bam. Okay, so now here we go again. We need to leave this open. Inevitably, I will close it up because, you know, that's just what you do. So I'm gonna put it on the side. Oh, now you're working. Oh, you got jealous of the sewing machine, did ya? Thought maybe I was going to replace the glue with the stitching. I could. Might want to do your job. All right, so this glitter glue does not come out fast anyway. I mean, it really isn't a quick, it's meant to be dainty. I don't know why I'm having trouble with this glue today. I might have to, I got to make sure I close the window at night. I don't know. I have to see what's going on in here. Looks like it's gotten kind of gooey in there. I hate to stick my pokey tool in there, but something isn't right in Candyland. Well, it's wet, so I don't know why it's not coming out. The sagas. The saga continues for the Vintage Paper Girl. Getting a big old Amazon delivery. Haha, Mother's Day. Both my husband and my son gave me Amazon cards, so we know what Laurette got for Mother's Day, right? We got Amazon cards. So I got to go shopping and buy myself some goodies. I don't know what's wrong with this glue. I'm about to quit here. Okay. I can't quit. I will not quit. So guess where we're going. My least favorite glue, Fabri-Tac. All I can do is laugh. All I can do is laugh, ladies. That's all I can do right now. Oh, I love you all. I hope you're being patient with me. Laurette's not having the best of days here. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Trials and tribulations of crafting. Whether you're here or not, I would still have the same issue. So, you know, you just really got to craft with me, girlfriends, because, I mean, here we are. Full-blown crazy. But if we were in the craft room together, like my daughter and I are many times, we'd be laughing really hard at this whole thing, going, oh my gosh, I can't believe this is happening. I had to throw away that last cloth because it was full of glue, and I didn't want glue on the front of this because it would... Okay, that's crooked. I will fix that. There is a fix for everything. You know, we all know it. There is. It's easy to fix. Now, this one I don't have to worry about. Darn pockets. Oh, gosh. Now, let's see if I did indeed glue that closed. Ooh, these two glues don't like each other when you put them both on the same paper. That's interesting. So it looks like I will still be able to get everything in there. All right, it's this side right here you have to worry about. That's the only thing about using envelopes. If you want to use two pieces of paper and make the same thing, go for it, you know, because it might be easier than this nonsense. I don't know. But I love using the envelopes because they really do save time. Well, they're supposed to in theory. My goodness me. All right, we got it. I think half the fun of crafting is the boo-boos, is the things that go wrong, because it really pushes your creativity, because you saw me having to problem solve like right there and then and fix my boo-boo and what could I use it because this isn't working. And I mean, you know, maybe they had a meeting last night and Fabri-Tac said he wasn't getting used enough, so glitter glue said, okay, I'll malfunction so you can get used tomorrow. I don't know. I have an imagination, right? Crazy, huh? I read a book about the glues. This one's had its issues too. Goodness. There we go. I have a glue dam here inside my glue bottle. A lot of times these things bubble up and then they fill up the cap with the glue and then they don't fit on your, like this one seems like it's having that issue. Oh boy, is it. That might be my problem too, is it's not getting closed up enough. And so I have some more of these caps. I'll just have to get one out after the video and fix it. See how it's sitting on the side there? It doesn't want to fit right. I think that's part of my problem. Because of all that, I didn't ink. Oh my gosh, you guys. I'm pretty sure I'm going to toss this video. But I won't be making this project again. So if I do, you won't ever get to see it. So I don't know. I never make anything twice, so ever. I don't like to make the same thing over and over. I mean, not my bigger things like this. I mean, I just make it one time, make that particular one with the same kit. Maybe if I make it in a different kit, you know, and adding different things or moving things around. But on the norm, no, I don't redo a kit. So this is the only time I'm going to use this paper in this way. So I see. I see, because you don't have the fine tip like you do on the other one. I didn't get the edges real good. Well, we just won't have as much inking, that's all. I think I did a good enough job catching the edges right here. All right, this is, oh, whoops. This is not our trifold. We have one more to go. Do I have time? I may go over, ladies. I'm going to make this a little bit longer video because I do want to finish the base pieces for y'all. So I do have to ink this, and you'll see in a minute. So this is going to be a little bit longer video because I do want to finish this, and it's not enough because it's only 2 more little things to warrant a part 2. But if I do, I can do the basic right now. And then what'll happen is when I finish it, you know, with lace and ribbon and all their little pretties, I'll come back and show that part. But at least you guys can make this part and then, you know, finish it your own way, because you're not going to finish it the way I do. You don't have all the same things I have. Now, one of the things I did do, I cut a piece here. And then what I did is I took this to my Big Shot and I cut out an oval. You could do it with, if you don't have an oval and you have a big circle or a big oval punch, you know, one of these, excuse my reach as usual. You could, if you had a giant circle, you could put it in there and put your punch in and punch your holes. So whatever you've got, however you want to do it, draw it with a, you know, cup and make a circle and do that. And I lost the lid. Oh, there it is. So what I'm going to do is this one I'm going to glue on. This one I'm not just yet. I'm not even going to try the glitter glue because it's on my bad side now. I see a stray thread that I thought I got. All right. Lucky for me, this bottle's full enough. I didn't leave it laying on its side like I should have. I cut this piece pretty much to fit top to bottom. There's not a lot of extra pink showing. All right, now we want a little window here, ouch, with a butterfly in it. So I'm going to need some acetate or some cellophane, or I could use, you know, some vellum, whatever you got. I was looking for that piece I had cut yesterday, because I cut a piece yesterday, remember? Or in our last video, Friday's video. You'll see that Friday, you'll see this Monday. Okay. So this is my giant book is out again. I should name her Bella. She's such a big girl. That won't quite work because that one works good enough. I think I can do that. So what I want to do is I don't think I want it doubled. Normally I will put my butterfly in the middle and put it on, but I think I'm going to glue it on to the back and just put the cellophane on the front. I think that'll work good enough. And unfortunately, I need the art glitter. This will not work on that. I need this, so let's hope it'll come out. I'm just going to go around the edge, try to keep it away from the cellophane. And we want to push it away from blow off any dust, dirt. There you have it, your cellophane window. Now, I think this is one of Jolene's little butterflies, so I think I'm going to use that. This is in one of her kits, her butterfly kit. And before I glue this down, I'm going to put this there. I feel like it needs something behind it. You know what I'm going to go get? I know I can hear you going, no, don't do it. But I really feel like it needs something back there. Maybe just a darker pink. See, look at it pop. I do feel like it needs a little pop there. My other option, of course, is to put something that's printed back there. Let's see which one looks better. Like I said, we're going over. We just went over our hour. Sorry about that, ladies. But this is nope, I like the darker pink. Okay, this is a full-blown project, so it is what it is. And this is a piece of Kool-Aid dyed paper. Darker side. Okay, this is a piece of Kool-Aid paper. So first thing I'm going to do is go put this on here for a second. Pretty darn close. I am gonna ink this just a little because I want some dimension. And I don't think I was that great at the cutout. And because this isn't under the cellophane, I really don't want it to be really three-dimensional, so I think I'll just hold that to fit in there. I'll glue it down pretty good. Gonna have to figure out what the heck happened to my glue. I do need some pearls, so I have to go to my bulletin board I just showed you, grab my pearls, we'll pop the cards in, and then we'll be done. I think 2 probably is good enough for this, I'm gonna say. Oh shoot, I don't usually use these scissors on this because it ruins these Tim Holtz scissors. It doesn't want to come off of them. Oh well. I guess I'll have to give them a really good clean after this and hope I didn't just ruin them. All right. I think this will work with the cellophane. I'm sure it's good. Yep, beautiful. Okay, I'm happy with that. Then any other laces and things, this is just going to go around the edges. It's not going to... I'm not going to glue the whole thing down because of the vellum. I mean the acetate from packaging. That's just from leftover packaging. Look how we can reuse that. Isn't that wonderful? I love reusing things. I try to recycle. I'm not a what they would call a tree hugger, but I try to do my part. I want to leave a decent world for my grandchildren, so, you know. Oh, and there you have it. Look at this. Isn't this adorable? Wow, look at this. Here, let me clean off my desk. What a mess. Sorry. Okay, start. So here's our front. 3 pockets. We open it. We have a notebook and a pocket. We have a beautiful little butterfly. We open it this way. We have 2 pockets. And we will now load our pockets on the top. And it really doesn't matter. You can put it, you know, whichever one you want, wherever you want. I have a bunch of my made. I don't need all of them, but I think I'll put my pink door in my first top pocket. And then you see this is on the back, so you can journal on that. So that one goes in there. Then I have my second one. I think I'm going to put this one in here. If it fits. If not, I'm going to have to go back and cut. Fingers crossed. Oh, it doesn't pop open on the other side. We did it. We did it. We did it. Yay. We have triumphed. And there we are. Oh, and then I made some little cards to go in these. I don't know if I made them big enough or too big. We'll see. Oh, yep. Yep, yep. So we have little journaling cards here. I don't think this will fit in this one because I made it smaller. The pocket might be too small. Yeah, I may have to go back and I'm not sure why it would do that, but let's, because there's 2 pockets here, right? Didn't I put 2? I did. I'm trying to get into that one. I'm getting the back one, but I'm not getting, there it is. I knew it was there. And I'm like, why didn't that fit in there? All right, well, we will, where are my scissors? There we are, in the mess I just made. You should see my desk on either side of me. Holy cow, I hope you can't see it. Bad. I'll go back and ink these little cards, but I did it. I have prevailed. Alrighty. So there you are. Journal card holder, notebook pocket. It's got pockets here. You could put little mini journaling cards, which I'll make some of those. I probably have some things in the Shabby Rose kit, which I plan to use for these. I'm looking to see what I have in journal cards. I think there's a little card. We could put that in there. And what else have I got? Oh my goodness, I have tons of things, but I'm running out of time, so I'm feeling the pressure here. Yeah, see, we could do this on those. There we go. Getting some pretties in there. All right, ladies, that is, goodness, I don't like that. Put that in there. There we are. There we are. All right. We have done it. We have prevailed with 1 piece left over to use in something else, hopefully. And we have finished it. I want to thank you all for hanging out with me. I am going to go watch this and see what I think. And I really appreciate you coming to craft along with me. I hope it was somewhat helpful for you and you were able to get something out of it and possibly make this for yourself. I am going to decorate with laces and all my pretties that I always do. Same with the little cards that are inside. Everything will get decorated up. And then I will, you know, go back and show you the finished product. So here we are. All right, everyone. Thanks for coming along and playing with me. I will see you all very, very soon. Hugs and kisses. Bye-bye, you guys.